wholeness, wellness, and balance vibes to everyone. I'm Hassan, and I'm back here with another video for you today. Activate Yoga Sun Salutation and unlock Taiji spirit and essence. So, what's this all about? And why do you need it? So, through my integrated practice of the Sun Salutation and Hatha principles, yin yang, sun and moon, I started to integrate Taiji and Qigong principles within that yogic structure. And what it did was it helped to unearth, unlock, activate the spiritual, energetic, and alignment opportunities that you'll find within, as far as most avid yogis are concerned, a very simple routine. But within this simplicity, there is much room for profound meaning. So I don't want this to be an exhaustive video today. So this video was preferably made for yogis who want to infuse a bit of Taiji and Qigong principles into their practice. For Taiji people who want a little bit more yang, a little bit more fire, go to the edge of the spectrum a slight bit more. But it's also welcome to all energetic practitioners, movers, and just about any expression of movement that you can do, which incorporates an alignment, a synchronization of body, mind, spirit, breath, emotions, mentality. So, but please, if you are a very beginner and this is your first time, I do not recommend this video, because to get your body to move in a Taiji fashion or a yogic fashion does require some sort of foundation. And these foundations should be adhered to from somewhat of a consistent practice. I say at least 3 months. Everybody's on a different scale. So if you feel that you can adhere to those principles, maybe you do gymnastics or dance, or you're an athlete of a standard, and you feel that you can do this, please do not doubt. But those are my professional recommendations. So why do you want to do this? Okay? Why? So you can really extract the essence and opportunities and take them to your own practice, whatever it is. They're always there. It's only a matter of our awareness to tap into certain universal principles. Okay, so some recommendations for the practice so we can get moving. Throughout Taiji, Qigong, they talk about Qi, prana, the life force. The life force is everywhere, you know, all throughout nature, internal, external, throughout our bodies. But in this practice, we're going to concentrate more on one called the Dantian, and the Dantian is at the navel center. All right, it's about thumbs at the navel center, pointing the forefinger, go down. There's an acupuncture point in the center called the Qi Hai, or the sea of energy, the sea of Qi. It goes back to a sphere of consciousness in your body, energetic consciousness. So this is going to be our movement master, our place of awareness, our foundation, our central sun. We're going to breathe diaphragmatically here, or from the diaphragm, and we're going to watch the perception and the revolution of the sun and moon around us. So we are the earth here. We're on the earth, but we're an extension of the earth and the elements. Okay, so we'll tap into air, fire, water, through the earth, through different places in the practice, through any practice. Once you get it, you'll see how it's always available. All right? We want the body to move like a string of pearls. Okay? So here's the center cog. Everything's going to move like a string of pearls around the center cog. So undoubtedly, there may be some people who disagree with the way I'm doing this exercise, but these are my presentations that I'm offering to the collective whole. The way that I'm going to practice this today will not be in a muscular functional aspect of contraction and relaxation as far as muscular performance. Here we're tapping more into the fascia, and we're also opening up the chi awareness and different centers in and out the body. So some quick places that you want to keep in mind. Center of the palms, Lao Gong, they emit and receive energy, chi, especially for healers, creative people, whatever you want to do in the world. All right, bottoms of the feet, same thing. Okay, emit and receive energy, often called the bubbling spring, the Yongchen, at the bottom of the feet. Okay, that's one portion of the external harmonies. They need to communicate. All right, elbows and knees, hinge joints, they need to communicate. And out of those, the most important are the shoulders and hips, because they're closest to the center. They need to communicate. It's going to be difficult for the hands and feet to be online if the shoulders and hips are not in sync. All right? Dantian, center. On the back, Mingmen, spirit gate, brightness gate. Okay? The corollary on the back and front. Okay? Moving up and down the spine. You know, whatever you believe, if you believe in chakras or energy centers, maybe rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, moving up and down, that light, sound, just tap into it as the energy's going through. All right? Also, you want to take some sort of heart-based affirmation, whatever that means for you. Generally, my recommendation is a heart-based affirmation, centers more around love and compassion and the divine feminine effect. Okay, nature, whatever incarnation that arises for you. It could be your own mother all the way up to Mother Nature. Okay? Take an upper aspect near the third eye. So this would be an upper aspect affirmation. It could be whatever. It could be a sound. It could be or whatever. It can be a mantra. Generally, this is more of a divine masculine aspect. All right, so if that doesn't work for you, you just take your singular higher self, your higher deity, whatever you believe, fit it into your practice. This is a template that will be able to encompass whatever you need it to be. Okay, so center, Dantian. This moves, then everything moves. All right, so everything follows. If I move like the picture, the Taiji on my shirt, then I'm moving, I'm following the center. Okay, this is the frontal plane. Same thing. This is the transverse plane. This is the sagittal plane. On the yoga mat, you'll be seemingly on the sagittal plane a lot because of its shape. All right. As you can see, I have no yoga mat for this practice because I'm extracting principles of earth, nature. I want to ground. I want my energy to feel. I want to feel everything from the grass, the trees, the air, the sun. So all these, I want a high amount of embodiment. somatic expression and tactile feedback. All right. So also moving from the center, a J step means that you come to the center before you step out, like you realign your center. All right. So of course, like I said, so in a typical class setting, I would warm everyone up for at least 30 different minutes to get the chi, the prana, the energy moving through all the circuits and spheres and revolutions throughout the body. So we don't have enough time for that today. So we are going to get our practice started right now by bringing our thumbs to our navel center, pointer finger pointing down. So after you make this mudra, or this mudra right here with your fingers over, it doesn't matter which one, because typically the one you choose first is what your body needs. Sometimes if you're left-handed or right-handed, that helps. Now rub your dantian now, just to tap into the feedback of the body. And then take a high seat, moving your center away from your hands, not your hands away from the center. So here you'll automatically feel a holding of the energy, a holding of the chi and prana. And from there, you're keeping the armpits open so that your whole streams of energy throughout the body will help facilitate movement. Now open up slowly by lowering the hands, and you'll feel the streams opening, going all the way to the fingertips as the thumbs spiral out. And you move right into a beautiful mountain pose, streaming your heart open. As you gracefully raise your hands to the sky in a rejoicing type movement, you feel the elation by raising your hands into the sky. Take hold of the sun. Become the sun. Feel the sun. Feel the solar energy. And then slowly descend that energy upon the crown of your head. So when you bring it down towards the back of your head, you either disperse or tonify something called the wind pond. The wind pond is where frequently people catch cold, but just move right through the wind pond. The acupoints on the back of the head, moving around a halo or a auric type energy, right through Anjali or prayer position. So you'll feel the rotation to prayer position as your hands cycle down, and you'll find an inverted triangle right at your dantian or your center, right there. Open up slowly, parting the earth. The moon is high now, the sun is below. So tap into what you feel and open up rhythmically right back to that mountain pose that you're going to pass through. Now lift the hands slowly, and you'll start to come through a service type motion with your hands, like you're offering your service to the greater good as you move into prayer position at the heart space. So right here, moving into the heart, about to start practice, resting in the heart, resting in your heart's affirmation, with the intent to move out towards practice. So sit in your heart affirmation and move your body down to bring your hands up. So you're just not picking up the hands, and now you'll see there's an upper triangle passing through at the third eye. So you pass through your heart's affirmation, your mind's affirmation, then you part the clouds and make like a rainbow. Bring your elbows down a bit, and you'll start to fly and feel a little back arch. Open, crack open the heart center, and when you get to the height of your climbing, you're flying now, you'll start to tip from the waist, and you'll feel like you're grasping the pearls of wisdom, like the pearls of wisdom in a China statue shop, maybe of dragons. They always hold pearls. Now hold the Ming one in the back. just like we made that circle towards the front, now we're going to embrace the spirit gate on the back side. Now take that energy and just shine it down the back sides of your legs, opening up all the meridians. You know, give yourself healing, give yourself that Reiki energy, give it the Qigong moving energy. So pass through your legs and offer up a bhakti type surrendering posture here. So take a bow to your higher aspect, Mother Nature, or move through your mind's affirmation and your heart's affirmation. But take a bow. It's always good to have some sort of devotional surrendering aspect. So come back out through the heart, out through the third eye and crown. Offer your practice up to the greater good. Circulate your hands around and place them reverently upon the earth, reverently upon Mother Nature. Feel as you shift your weight to your right side. So the shifting of weight is so important in Taiji. So here we're bringing that emphasis into your yoga as you C-step or J-step back, bringing the left foot back, finding your position. And then as you pass through a lunge, as the weight goes down in your limbs, you free up the weight in your front limbs. So the energy starts to ascend up the spine, up the central channel, up the Sushumna, and ping the sky at the top of the head. So ping, move, touch the solar aspect, the high aspect, up in the sky, tap into that energy, and as you move from the center, pull it back in. So don't pull it back in with the head, pull it back in with the center. As it moves back through the mind, heart, and center, Dantian, shift the weight to the left side, lightening up the foot, so now you can J-step that foot back and go right back into a downward type dog posture. So here, the weight moves to the back, rooting in the back. The front hands are light, so you're receiving energy from the earth and the ground here. So here, I always like to move through a downward four-limbed staff pose rather than making a plank and a chaturanga. So here, you almost dive down like a eagle diving down, and then raise up into a cobra or upward dog, and just follow the energy, beaming your heart open as it passes up from your heart through the third eye, out through the crown, ping the sky again. So each time you move from the sky, the sun, through your upper and lower aspects, you're affirming. So bringing the energy back, you pass through that third eye, affirm, affirmation, pass through the heart, affirm, affirmation, and then pull it back into your body, rooting it with the earth. So here, we're going to move forward again. So we make a clear weight shift, J stepping forward, the left foot. And here we just, you're going to notice all the weight shifts. So you don't want to fight the weight shifts. You want to respond to them and drop the right leg and feel the energy moving up, pinging the sky. So you're constantly moving through your chakras, through your dantians, upper, middle, and lower. Now, shift the weight clearly to your left, J-step forward, and moving back up, thankful for the practice, grateful for the practice. You make your bow with a half bend in your heart and mind. Through all your pathways, through all your cells, offer up the service. Inhale slowly back up through the spine, gravitating towards the center. Hold the chi. Start to palpate the chi. Feel the energy. Feel the prana as you move back through another cycle. So see, you're going to pass through mountain pose. Raise up, rejoicing, grasping the sun at the top.
pulling the sun back down. So now you might feel more magnanimous. You might feel the halo. You might feel the aura just opening up so you can take a wider movement around the head, moving, passing through the heart, opening up at the earth. So tapping into the field of chi, of embodiment, embodying the energy through every cell, lifting in service to the higher good. Pass through the mind and the heart with your affirmations again. Each time just affirming the highest aspect, raising your vibration, raising up from the heart, pass through divine feminine, divine masculine, up, soar to the heavens, part the clouds, open. See the rainbow opening between your hands. Start to fly. Take flight up in the air. Turn into a winged creature. Transform. You can be an eagle. You can be a crane, a dove, a dragon, a phoenix, whatever. Descend through the spirit gate, the brightness gate. Bring all that energy down through the back of the legs. Connect with the earth. Scoop up as we move through another cycle. Be grateful again. I'm especially grateful to Mother Nature here, allowing me to root to earth, to make contact through my practice with higher aspects of self. Shift the weight cleanly, deliberately to the left. Step back to right. Again, while your hands reverently are placed on the earth, receiving energy. Once again, the limbs take the physical weight as the energetic movement goes up to the sky, pinging the source of light in our realm. Pull it back in, let it descend through all the chakras, descend through all the energy centers. Shift the weight to the right, J step back, pull back as the energy pulls up through the center of palms and descends through your central channel and passes through your legs back to the earth, rooting. So it's a constant passing through. So here you can also modify, not do a chaturanga or four-limb staff pose, but just move straight through the plank. And just opening, cracking open the heart center, moving up once again, just tapping into the sun and moon's rotation through the body, through the earth, as we're a part of the earth and the four elements. Move back into your downward dog, another clean shift of the weight. As the right foot J steps, find center, and just land naturally. So in Taiji, you don't want to make a whole lot of adjustments because you lose your root. So here, keep your adjustments under 3 if possible. So tap back into the center. So you're completely tuned in within. You're moving from the center and you're feeling all your planets, all your joints oscillate around your central sun. You're feeling the weight shifts. As we move up, breathe through the spine, make another half bend, just always keeping the presence of the higher aspects and be grateful for the practice. Become the practice. Move through the practice with reverence that you're contacting. Making Taiji of the feminine aspects, of the masculine aspects of one's being. Come up through the center, embrace the energy, feel the energy at the Dantian, and we'll start another cycle. So with each cycle moving through as you pass up to rejoicing, you have the option to end the cycle or end the practice right there. So here, we're going to move through another aspect of the practice. Energy is feeling spherical and opening and expansive. I pass through the earth, tapping in, just feeling the earth's resonance, scooping up either the earth, either the sun, either the energy that binds the two, and just come into those affirmations. Pass through. Tap in. Tap into your mind and your heart. So we're going to move through one more practice where I'm going to move more into a flow state now, opening up heart, mind. So with each movement, I'm going to be more expressive now, more expressive of the chi. Let the chi, lead more of the practice. So here I'm going to express some newer type movements, but also the same elements that we talked before from the foundational practice. So I'm going to let the energy guide me as my hands and body move through a wave-like fashion, coming into the heart and then back out through the mind space. I release and offer my practice, circumambulating my hands and gracefully, reverently placing them on the earth, feeling a piece of the earth, feeling the energy. I J-step back, and as my energy descends physically into the leg, it ascends into my front half of my body. So here I'm going to pull back and just pull all that energy up the leg, offered from the heart and the earth, out through the heart, feeling, incarnating like a solar being shining through all my cells, pulling it back in and descending out through my root and lovingly touching my hands upon the earth once more. So we'll do the same thing on the other side after we move through our downward dog and upward dog. So here I'm going to connect these two, just feeling like a diving, moving through a microcosmic orbit, which is a circular orbit of chi and prana energy moving on the sagittal plane, up and down the spine in circular fashion. So let's do the same thing here. Right leg goes down, just pinging the sky, really feeling the earth, the sun and the moon circulating, pulling back, pulling all the healing energy, all the growth, all the love, all the life from the ground up, pass out, ascend up to the highest aspect, open up through your spherical being, and pass back through down, grounding through the earth, and just touching very reverently the earth, raising back up through the lunge position, shifting the weight, cleanly J-stepping back to position, inhaling beautifully in surrender, in devotion of higher aspect, the higher good, whatever you believe. Once again, just tap into that spirit in the heart, in the mind, pull it back up from the earth into the chamber, open back up, mountain, raising up the mountain, rejoice as you hold the sun, bring the sun down, around, feel your halo. So towards the end of the practice, you can end right here. You can see I'm passing my hands towards the front side. This is more like calming the energy down. It's more like moving from fall into winter. The energy's calming. You can end right there, or I always like to end with a complete cycle. So I'm going to come up again because I like to end on the spring. So that middle portion is the two of the equinoxes, the spring and the autumn. I like to end on the spring with a little bit more awareness. If you're moving through astral realms or lucid dreams at nighttime, perhaps you're practicing at night. Some people need more awareness at that time, moving through those states, just being aware and present during your dream state. Or your body may just like to return to a calm state. Descend your hands back to the dantian. Back to that inverted triangle. Releasing with one more mudra in the spirit of Hatha, in the spirit of Sun Moon. Bring the energy together and make a left palm and a right fist. I'm going to mirror you here. So it may look like my right palm and my left fist, but Sun and Moon coming together in rhythm of the cosmos at the heart space, opening the palms, bringing this mudra. Wherever you see this mudra brings energy to the center. So bring it in there. Be present with the energy. Carry it with you through all your creative endeavors, whatever they may be. Especially wellness during this time. Raise the hands back up. Yin and Yang. Taiji. Pass down. From the sky to earth. Descending through the aspects at the third eye and the heart. So the divine in me salutes the divine in you. Namaste. Aho. Wholeness, wellness, and balance. Be well all.